Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Hands up if you're excited that it's Friday and we're at the end of the week. Me, I love what I do. I have so much fun doing it, but I also really love weekends. And I think that here's the thing, right? There are so many people out there. I've been a little bit fiery this week. You know, there are so many people out there that are like, if you love what you do, you never need a holiday. Hey, Tamara, you know, every day should feel amazing to get up and work, and you should be able to do all of the things and all of the time without feeling tired. You know what? I really freaking love my weekends. I really love them. I really love Fridays. I love my work intensely. I really thrive through the week and it's awesome. But ever since I built the boundary around the fact that I don't do weekends unless it is an extreme, like not even an extreme circumstance, but there's something different going on. For example, I might be running an event or running a workshop or traveling overseas, or if I'm on a really tight deadline, you know, like with the book, I might work on weekends, but it's an abnormal thing that happens versus something that happens on a regular or recurring basis. And I think that one of the things that's been really beaten into us, good morning, Joe. Oh, yay, Tamara, look good for you. Some of the things that are being beaten into us is that this world of entrepreneurship means that you need to work 80 to 100 hours a week. You've got to work weekends, you've got to work nights, you know, you've got to constantly be grinding, be hustling, doing the work, doing the things, doing the stuff, building connections, building alliances, you know, connecting, collaborating, you know, Jesus Christ. To me, yes, you can do all of that, but you don't need to be doing it all day, every day, all night, every night, all weekend, every weekend, because it really is the fast track to burnout. In my experience, I've done it that way and it's freaking exhausting. So I'm really glad that it's Friday because we got one day left of the working week and I get 2 whole days to hang out with my family and of course skate and do all of the things that I really want to do, like gardening and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really pleased that that Friday is here. I also love Monday coming around because I can get a little bit bored and I get a little bit excited about the things that need to be created. So I think it's really important that you are not entering into a conversation in your head around feeling any sense of shame, any sense of guilt, any sense of obligation or anything like that around being really freaking glad that it is Friday. Because, you know, I was for a while, I'm like, oh gosh, you know, we really need to make sure that we're really ready to push on and push through and, you know, rah, rah, rah. And it's like, you know what? I work really hard through the week. I'm really happy to have a weekend where I'm not working. So that's me. What am I celebrating this week? Oh, golly, I can't wait to share it with you. Meanwhile, let me know your celebrations. Tamara has a whole 2 days without her children. Now, she has 6 of them. So I'm really excited for you. I think you're going to just love the shit out of that, Tamara. That's really awesome. Fry freaking yay, she said. Yes. What are you celebrating? I'm celebrating again the fact, yes, that is Friday, but also the fact that the work that I've done in particularly the last 6 months is starting to come to fruition. Now, the work that I've been doing in the last 6 months is a little different to the work that I was doing last year in terms of work. It's different to the work that I was doing the year before, and it's different to the work that I was doing the year before, and I'll explain why. So I was having a conversation with my auntie last night, and you know, we were chatting about life and business and how things were going, and you know, I said that I'm more satisfied and in love with my business right now than I've ever been before. I'm not making the same money that I was making 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm a hell of a lot happier. I'm a lot clearer. I'm a lot more I'm still motivated and pumped and excited and all of that kind of stuff, but it's different. It's a really different feeling. which is kind of curious. So the work that I've been doing over the last 6 months primarily has really been around being very clear around doing the work that I want to do, doing it in the way that I want to do it, and saying no to a lot of things. So I'm celebrating the fact that all of these decisions that have been made over the last 12 months, over the last 6 months, and even over the last few months is starting to come to fruition and pay off, which is really cool. So I was having a conversation with a gentleman in the United States about, maybe a couple of months ago now, about a new kind of, we'll call it an assessment tool that I'm really excited to learn and understand. It helps people with their marketing. It helps people understand themselves. It helps them with their businesses. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. And we just had this bit of a connection, and he invited me to be interviewed on his podcast. So we had that happen this week. So that was really exciting. I mean, if you know anything about me, you know I love talking with the view that it's going to help other people, right? It's not just about self-serving. It's making sure that what I'm sharing is helpful to hopefully help you guys to avoid some of the pitfalls and challenges and negativity and things like that happen. So as a result of doing that interview, I've been invited to go speak at his conference in the United States in March. So excited about that. We've got people already enrolled for Visible Live that is happening in May, which is a 3-day conference all around, no pitching, like not selling anything, right? It's just a 3-day full immersion really into social media marketing to make sure that you guys have got a really solid plan that you can walk away and implement that feels really freaking good. You know, it kind of ties into this thing I was talking about before. Some people have got different philosophies around how that you should market, how you should use social media, how you should position yourself out there. And I'm like, you know what? If it doesn't feel good, don't freaking do it. Doesn't mean that you don't practice and learn and get better at something if it feels uncomfortable. That's a bit different. But to me, it's like, you know what? You've got this really great opportunity to stand out as you are because of who you are. And so I really want people to be able to leverage that. So really excited. We've already got people enrolled in that. I think we're up to about 10 already for May. So I'm thrilled. I've done my marketing plan for it. So I'm excited about that. There's some early bird things that are going to be coming out over the next couple of months to you guys to get your 2019 planned and get some of those really key dates put in. So I'm excited about that. I talk a lot in Visible about not outsourcing you, right? Not outsourcing a lot of your stuff. So what I've found that people tend to do, what I've found business owners and organizations tend to do is they go, all right, I've got to get all of this content out. I'm just going to go hire a virtual assistant or a social media agency to go and post a bunch of stuff. But they just post things to tick the widget box. There's no strategy. They're just gone straight into tactical implementation. And what I'm really excited about is I've just onboarded a new virtual assistant this week. And I've said to her, right, this is my IP. So I gave her, I've lost my book. I keep trying to, I don't know where it's gone. That's really hilarious. Here it is. I'm like, right, here's a copy of my book. So I sent her the digital version and I've just popped a copy in the post. I'm like, in order to populate my social media with some of the skeleton things that need to go in, you get it from here. It's not about her going and making stuff up. It's really about her being able to use my IP to then go out and populate some, not all, just some of the content. And I'm talking like 2 of the posts per day on Facebook and on Instagram. So I'm really excited about that. You know, I've got a lot on my plate. And so having someone that I can trust to go, okay, here you go. You can go and do that. It's a big celebration with having someone to hand things over to. It's also really hard because I really love control. I don't know about you. Hands up if you're a control freak. I am. So I find that really interesting to kind of work through. So I'm celebrating that. I'm celebrating being back into roller derby. You know, if you guys are not doing something outside of work just for you, ideally or preferably a physical activity, something to really motivate, something to get your blood moving, something to get your heart pumping, get that release of dopamine and serotonin, go find something that is going to do that. Morning, Ali. It's my auntie I was just talking about. So go and do something to keep you going, and it can be interesting trying to fit it into your schedule, right? So some of the times what we'll do and what I've done in the past, it's like, oh man, I've just got to finish writing this article, just got to finish writing this chapter, I've just got to finish doing this thing, I'm just going to film another quick blog, oh, I've just got to edit it. You know, there's always I've just got to do something versus going, all right, get out there, get it in your schedule, put it in your calendar, make sure it happens. It has a really great effect on your brain. It helps to clear out the fog. It helps to clear out the cobwebs. And for me, I love doing something that means that I have to focus completely on that activity. So if you're roller skating and if you're not concentrating, guess what happens? You fall over, you might hurt yourself or you might hurt someone else. It's a fully immersive sport. Full contact, so you know there is that as well, and I think it's really important that you find something that you can be completely immersed in so that you've got that outlet. The other really interesting thing about that is that you will see the parallels with the way you do your sport or your hobby and how that translates into how you do your business or your work or how you communicate with other people or how you hold back. I had this realization a couple of weeks ago in a competition that I was in, and I just kind of sat back and almost sacrificed myself and what I wanted to learn for the sake of the team. Now, sometimes that's appropriate and other times it's not. But what I learned is that if I'm not speaking up about what I want and what I need, then nobody else is going to do that for me. So I better pull the finger out and do that. So it was a really interesting insight for me into how I behave. And I know that I do that in other scenarios and in some other situations as well. So just be aware of that. Hey, Paula, good morning. Happy Friday. So what are you guys celebrating? I'm really curious to hear what's going on and what's going really well in your world. Paula, I know that you've got some really great videos coming out at the moment. They are really awesome to watch. Alison, you've got a personal board of directors, which is really exciting, around making sure that you're staying on track and a sounding board essentially. Jacko, I haven't heard what you're going on this week, but I'm sure you're killing it. It's really awesome to see you. Tamara's got a weekend away without the kids. Yes! So exciting. Sleep-ins and a whole night's sleep, most likely, without probably co-sleeping, which would be really fun. And I know you love your kids. I know you love your children, but it's really nice to be away from them. That's part of the reason why I love getting away as well, because I'm just like, guys, you know what? I love you. I just need some freaking time. It's why I love going away and traveling on my own for work. I love the shit out of it. And interestingly, if I haven't been away for a while, it impacts my mental state. It's really funny. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Thanks, Tamara. All right, guys, share with me what you are celebrating. Please, please, please. Let's all celebrate and do that together, be each other's cheer squads, because building a business can be really freaking lonely. It can be really confusing, and it can be really easy to slip into, oh, but I didn't tick everything off my to-do list. Or, oh, yeah, I said I was going to do this and I didn't do that and I didn't do this. And we can very quickly end up in self-flagellation versus being someone who is, forward focused. What's happened has happened. Celebrate the great stuff. Work out what you can learn from the stuff that's not so great, and get on the horse, get yourself visible, go make it happen, and get out there and freaking help some people. Have a really great Friday. Can't wait to hear your stuff, and have a beautiful weekend. I'll talk to you all on Monday. Take care. Bye.